Good evening. My name is Juan Santana. I recall many times I made a stop in Livingston years ago. Then the new section of the freeway was completed and the signal light was removed and no more stops in Livingston for me. 25 years ago, I bought 20 acres and became a Livingston almond farmer. I retired from my teaching job in Modesto City Schools and moved to what I call now my hometown, Livingston. Soon after, I relocated here, so did my daughters. They are currently raising their children here in Livingston, our hometown. Despite the polarized political situation, we're glad to live in Livingston. We love Livingston, and I would like my grandchildren and future generations also enjoy this nice town that we live in. We have many friends who voted to get the present council persons elected, and we want to see them finish their terms. Our city manager has done a great job for our city. I don't see anything wrong with what he has done since I've been here. The mayor has done a lot of good things in spite of the unjust attacks against his person. The new police chief has been under fire even before he started his job. We cannot allow a handful of people with personal interests to destroy our city council that the majority of people elected. Let us remain united and not destroy what we have now. Thank you.
Mayor, City Councilmen, women. I'm not here to discuss the city manager, so you guys know. My name is Mary McWaters. I am the business agent for AFSCME. I represent our Public Works unit. A lot of you are new. I've never been to a meeting since you've been here, so I just wanted to introduce myself to you, that I am currently in bargaining. Why our unit is not on your agenda today, I don't know. But we are in bargaining, and there are some issues going on. I'm not going to discuss them right here, but we may be getting to know each other more soon. Thank you.
Mayor Aguilar and members of the council, my name is Russ Winston. I think most of you know me. I want to congratulate you for the last election and getting put on the city council. It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of reading, and it takes an open mind. And I'm glad that you stepped forward and have been elected to the council. I don't appear here very often because I love Livingston. I don't have too many complaints. And when I do, I'll single out a councilman and let them know. But I feel safe here. I think we've got a good PD department. We have a good fire department. You know, there are things I would like to see. I'd like to see a couple dog parks. I'd like to see a skateboard or all-wheels facility for kids that are individuals and want to do their own thing and not team sports. And I'd like to see the mayor elected for 4 years. Electing every 2 years divides our community. I really think that's to me a very important thing. The issues tonight, I don't have much background on. I just know that it makes the city look silly. It makes you as councilmen be indecisive. You've been indecisive with your reviews of the city manager for 5 times. You gave him a contract in February. Honor his contract. He is the professional. Google his name. Look at his background. He's qualified. In fact, I had the opportunity of calling someone who knows him very well, someone who he considers his mentor, and she said, Jose is passionate about Livingston, and I'm passionate about Livingston, and that's why I came tonight. Thank you.
Is there a timer? Oh, okay. God, I can't read with this thing. Good evening, council. My name is Dwight Larks. I am a former resident of the City of Livingston. I am here to express my personal concern. I'm here as an individual. I'm not here representing any government body or trying to intimidate you guys by, saying anything about your police chief or anything like that. But I just want to say that I think if we're going to be a productive city, we need to do evaluations, and we need to do a lot of evaluations. There's nothing wrong with doing evaluations. In fact, at my business, I do plenty of evaluations all the time. I do them on my books, on my accounting, on my employees. I'm nonstop doing evaluations. So if there's people here asking you to not do an evaluation, whether it's weekly, monthly, I completely disagree with that, and I would have suspicion as to why they don't want an evaluation. There's nothing wrong with doing evaluations as far as I'm concerned. My personal feelings about the City of Livingston and about the city manager is we have a failing school system here. Over 75% of the students are failing proficiency exams. We have, who do I address, or who's supposed to keep decorum here? Can I get some of my time back, please? We have a obesity rate here in the City of Livingston of children that's over 50%. 50% of school children are obese in your town, in my town, and this little studies show that if you're obese at age 18, you'll be obese for the rest of your life. We have an incredible amount of intimidation here at this city, and people come in here and screaming and yelling like they just did. No respect for anyone who has a different opinion, and that's, in my opinion, a toxic environment, and we cannot afford to have a toxic environment. So who is responsible for the toxic environment? I think it's the city manager. I think the city manager is involved in quite a bit of the toxicity here. So I'm just one voice, but I'm voicing my opinion because I'm strong enough to voice my opinion here for myself. I'm not speaking for my office. I'm not speaking for my employees. I'm speaking here for myself. So I strongly encourage removing the city manager if possible, adding a new city manager, getting some new breath, some new energy into our town, and moving forward in a positive way. The city manager is not Livingston. He is an employee of Livingston, and employees come and go. So if you're getting your feelings mixed up over one employee claiming that they are the city of Livingston, I think you need to reevaluate that. So my name is Dwight Larks, and that is my 2 cents. Thank you.
Diego Castillo, would like to go on record in response to a petition that Dwight Larks is circulating to fire a city manager with incorrect and false information in which he has named me personally. It's in reference to a parcel we purchased last year to build workforce housing, 2 and 3 bedroom townhouse units. So I'm going to state the claim and I'm going to state my response. So this is Dwight Larks' claim. Claims that city manager arranged a deal to sell city property with less than favorable terms and price than city could have received to a local realtor or political supporter, that being named me. This is my response to that. The sale was approved by the previous city council and not the city manager, and sold for above appraised value. If anyone wants to review the details of the council meeting where it was approved, it was September 15, 2020 at approximately 2 hours and 53 minutes. It was approved by a vote of 5-0 by the previous council, 4 which are on the current council now. The second claim he makes is city manager was responsible and directly involved in at least one real estate sale where lucrative multifamily City of Livingston owned real estate was sold to local realtor, city manager, friend, supporter, realtor Diego Castillo in a highly unusual city finance transaction. Again, the sale was approved by the city council, the 4 of you and the previous mayor, not the city manager. The property was on the market and advertised and listed for sale by a national real estate broker, had been listed for sale 6 months prior to our offer being accepted, had fell out of escrow from the previous buyer canceled due to improvements that were required, which are approximately 700 linear feet of sewer, water, utilities, curb, gutters, sidewalk, street lighting, road. In our opinion, it's 3 times the cost of the land we paid. again, we made the commitment to do these improvements, and we're going to provide this road for the city of Livingston. He made another comment that typically empty land requires 50% down, yet Mr. Castillo was able to purchase a property with less down payment. City of Livingston to act as a bank. The city of Livingston to take a credit application. Was this offering finance offered to anyone else? The financing terms in our experience are not. They're not more favorable than we're used to getting. So he didn't do us. The city's not doing us a favor. Other item that he posted was, were these highly unusual and favorable terms noted for sale on the listing so that other normal citizens could have made an offer? Our offer was cash and not contingent on these terms. These terms were approved by the previous council because it was a way to generate more funds for a fire station. And then he asked one last point: does the city manager work Does the city manager work for Diego Castillo or the city manager? What is being questioned by Dwight Larks was approved by the previous council, and the four of which are currently on council. So the question I have in regard to the city manager evaluation: does the council work for the residents of Livingston, or is there another agenda the residents are not aware of? It's difficult to find great talent in the current environment, and for information provided to us at city council meetings, the city manager is doing a great job. Thank you.